So, you're looking for a dog trainer here in Laurel, Maryland. You know it's a big decision, right? Well, you've come to the right place. We're going to walk through everything you need to know to find that absolute perfect fit for you and your best friend.
Okay, picture this. You're taking a nice, calm walk past historic Savage Mill, and your dog is trotting right beside you, no pulling. Or maybe you're on Main Street, and your dog is just a polite, happy companion. Sounds good, right? That's what this is all about. A well-trained dog means you get the freedom to actually enjoy our community together.
All right, here's what we've got on tap. We'll look at training specifically for life here in Laurel, how to check out a trainer's expertise, find the perfect program for you, talk about local costs, and then wrap up with a handy checklist.
Okay, first up, training for life in Laurel. And this is so important because where you live really does change what your dog needs to learn.
Think about it. A well-trained dog is ready for all the things we do around here. We've got the busy traffic on Route 1, right? Or the shared trails over at the Patuxent Research Refuge. You want to be able to grab a bite on a patio downtown or browse the farmer's market without any drama. And of course, you want your dog to be polite at the Laurel Dog Park. Good training is basically the foundation for enjoying all these great local spots.
So, how can you tell if a trainer really knows their stuff? Well, it boils down to their philosophy and, some actual proof of their expertise.
You're going to hear this term a lot, positive reinforcement. And for good reason. It's pretty much the best way to go. It just means using rewards, like treats or praise, to encourage the behaviors you want. It's not just about getting results. It's about building this amazing, trusting bond with your dog.
Okay, so how do you actually prove their knowledge? You look for certifications. Now, these letters might seem like a bit of an alphabet soup at first, but they really matter. Things like CPDTK or KPA, CTP show that a trainer is serious about their education. And hey, if you're dealing with more serious behavior stuff, you'll want to look for even more specialized certifications like a CBCCK or an IABC-CDBC.
Now this is a big one. You absolutely want to avoid any trainer who relies on fear, intimidation, or physical corrections. Seriously. Those methods are just outdated, and honestly, they can make behavior problems a whole lot worse. It's just not worth it.
All right, next up, finding your perfect program. Because it's not just about the trainer, it's about matching the method to what you and your dog actually need.
So you've generally got two main choices: group classes or private lessons. Group classes? They're awesome for socialization and learning to work around distractions. Plus, they're usually more affordable. Private lessons, on the other hand, give you that one-on-one attention. They're perfect for tackling specific issues right where they happen, like, say, your dog dashing for the front door. Then there's the board and train program. This is where your dog goes to live with the trainer for some really intensive work. The pro, it's immersive. The con, the training can fall apart if you, the owner, aren't taught how to keep it up when your dog comes home. So it's absolutely crucial that the trainer has a solid plan to transition all that learning back to you.
Okay, let's get down to brass tacks and talk about money. What can you expect to pay for dog training here in Laurel?
So, costs in Laurel and Prince George's County are going to vary a bit based on the trainer's experience and the type of service. But these numbers will give you a pretty good ballpark for what's average around here for 2026.
For puppy classes or group obedience, you're generally looking at somewhere between $175 and $350 for about a 6-week course. A single private lesson, that's usually around $90 to $150. And if you buy a package of a few sessions, that can often be a better deal. Then, of course, the board and train programs are the biggest investment, running from about $2,200 to $4,800 for 2 weeks.
All right, we're in the home stretch. Here's your final checklist. The questions you need to ask, plus some local rules every dog owner in Laurel should know.
So when you're interviewing a trainer, you'll want to ask them about their training philosophy and verify their credentials. You should also ask how they tailor their plans to your goals and how they measure progress. And don't be shy. Get a clear breakdown of the total cost and all their policies right up front.
Being a responsible dog owner isn't just about training. It's also about knowing the local laws here in Laurel.
This one's probably the most important for your day-to-day life, the leash law. Here in Laurel, we followed the Prince George's County Code, and it's simple. Your dog has to be on a leash whenever you're not on your own private property.
And yep, they're specific about the length, too. It can't be longer than 6 feet. That's it. This is exactly why practicing good loose leash walking is so helpful. Just a few other key requirements to keep in mind. Dogs over 4 months old have to be vaccinated for rabies, and you've got to keep that rabies tag right on their collar. Also remember that county noise ordinances can apply to a dog that's barking constantly.
Good training can really help with that too.
So, with the right training under your belt, or under their collar, you and your dog are going to be ready to get out there and explore everything Laurel has to offer.
So go ahead, put your new skills to the test. You can practice recalls at the Laurel Dog Park, maybe enjoy a really focused, pleasant walk on the trails at Granville-Gildee Park, or you could work on handling distractions at the Patuxent Research Refuge. This is where all that hard work really pays off.
Happy training! A well-behaved dog really does open up a whole new world for both of you, not just at home, but all around our town. It just makes everything better.